Hello, everyone. We are back for another recap of Shark Madness 2022.
Woo
Today,
woo.
I am joined by Jaida. What's up? Uh,
Hello, hello.
so, for those of you that don't know, I am Jasmin. I am the president and CEO of Minorities in Shark Sciences, affectionately known as Miss. And Jaida.
Hello, I am Jaida. I am also a co-founder and I'm the director of public relations for Miss.
Woo! Very exciting. So, Jada is actually the mastermind behind Shark Madness. So, if you love Shark Madness, if you hate Shark Madness, if you're indifferent towards Shark Madness, this is the mastermind here. So, if you have issues with brackets, if you have issues with your brackets and you need somebody to complain to, Jada is the person to complain to.
Look,
So feel
we
free.
tried our best this year, okay? We took suggestions. All right. I will do better next year. I will randomly generate things. It's fine.
So if you have any comments, questions for us throughout this recap, feel free to leave a comment, and we will answer those questions. So this week was the end of round one. So we have now officially gone through the first round of matchups. It was cutthroat. We had some close calls. We had some really tight races. We had a lot of people on social media campaigning for their sharks. And yeah, some friendships were tested for sure. So Jada, why don't you tell us about some of the matchups that we had this past week?
Heck yeah. Okay, so we had, I believe, the black tip versus the spinner, unless you covered that last week. I don't remember. The swell shark versus the saw shark, Port Jackson versus lollipop cat shark, wing head versus frilled shark, lemon versus spotted gully shark, and the Pacific spiny dogfish versus the pajama shark, aka the striped cat shark. I think the closest race that we had was the winghead versus the frilled shark. I'm pretty sure the winghead won by a total of like 9 votes. And it won barely on Instagram and lost barely on Twitter or something like that. So we had to go through and like add up the votes and everything. Barely won. So congrats to all the hammerhead lovers out there,
Whoop
Jasmin.
whoop, hammerheads.
Yeah, so that was a fun race. I wasn't sure how that one was going to turn out just because you've got two weirdo looking sharks. One's a deep sea goofball and the other one's just funky looking, and people seem to get a kick out of them. A race that I think was not even remotely close was the Port Jackson versus the Lollipop Cat Shark. The poor Lollipop Cat Shark. It sounds like such a cute name. That shark is ugly. It's like this. It just looks like gum. It looks like chewed up bubble gum. I'm sorry. It does. The poor thing didn't stand a chance. But, we gave it its best shot and it didn't win. Sorry, but whatever. That's how this game works. So, we do have our winners for all those matchups. Next, on this side of the bracket, we're gonna have the spinner versus the saw shark, the Port Jackson versus the winghead, and the lemon versus the pajama shark. And I think that those are going to be some really interesting matchups. We're going to see how those turn out. We got some fan favorites. I'm really interested to see spinner versus saw shark because one's got a saw and one spins in circles. Like both of those are really cool things. I don't know which one is going to be thought of as cooler to make it win. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. And that's some pretty tight matchups that we've had, and it's only going to get tighter, I think, as we get further on. Like if we had that much in round one that we're barely squeaking out, I can't even imagine what it's going to get like when we get up there to like the semifinals and the championships and everything.
Oh yeah. I think our final matchup is going to be a real tight race, and I'm just really excited to see which sharks are going head to head because I feel like that's going to determine if it's going to be a really tight race or if it'll just be a complete like a complete blowout. I'm not sure, but I'm very excited about it.
So it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not the Shark Madness expert, but last year's Shark Madness, I feel like there wasn't as much of ties or like near wins. Is that true?
I would say that's probably true, but last year we didn't like consolidate from Instagram and Twitter. We just kind of like whichever we had different outcomes for different platforms. And so in the end, the Thresher won on both platforms, which I think says a lot. But we had like at one point, like, I don't know, just throwing some sharks out there, like the scalloped hammerhead won on Twitter, but like the great hammerhead won on Instagram. And so it was like those were going head to head with different sharks. And so it was super weird. So I don't think that we had that as many times. But in the first round, the fact that we had two matchups where a different shark won on each platform was surprising. I think that people are really getting into it this year and are really campaigning. I have friends that I know have voted on multiple accounts for the same shark, which I'm not going to say is cheating, but whatever.
Yeah, those 9 votes that the Winghead won, plot twist. It was me.
It was all you.
9 times, no.
I think someone actually did use multiple accounts to vote for the bonnet head, and the bonnet head still lost, which I thought was really funny.
We're not going to talk about it. I'm still upset about the bonnet head shark's defeat.
I'm sorry.
I will forever be mad about that. I will never not be bitter.
It's fine. I felt that was it was a better matchup than all the hammerheads being paired up against each other last year. So yes. You're welcome.
That is true. So as some of you may know, we have a little friendly competition going on. So we asked people to submit brackets before the start of Shark Madness, and we are actually giving away prizes for first, second, and third place of how well people can predict how everyone's voting. And so we have a leaderboard right now. So this is for some Miss swag, just to kind of spice things up. This is a new addition from last year. Last year, it was all fun and games. This year, we've introduced an element of competition. So we have here our top scorer right now is Sarah with 28 points. Then we have Iona with 26 points, which is not my mother. My mother's name is also Iona, which is a very unique name. And so when I first saw this person submit their bracket, I was like, is that my mom? Tis not. Also, we've got a comment here from Mama Schultz that I'll share in a minute after I go through this leaderboard. But we in third place we have Callie Crawford, a friend of Miss, with 24 points. We've got Emily Hall, also with 24 points, tied for third. Marissa, also with 24 points, tied for third. And Candace, also with 24 points, tied for third. So yes, we currently have a 4-way tie for third place. So things are really about to get interesting.
This is cutthroat. I'm excited about this. I don't know who's going to come out on top.
It's going to be interesting.
Could you imagine if all 4 of their brackets from this point on were completely identical?
That would be hilarious. I did check that, and they are not identical. So we are going to have something happen at some point. We're going to have a divergence. So we'll see how that goes. So then, of course, the co-founders, we've got our own little friendly competition for just bragging rights, because we love bragging rights here at Miss. I would just like to toot my own horn and say that I'm currently in first place for the co-founders. Whoop, whoop. With 22 points. Carly is in second with 20 points. Jaida is in third with 18. Amani is driving the struggle bus right now with 12 points. Amani definitely built a heart bracket, not a head bracket. Her bracket was busted in round 1.
Wait, who did she have winning?
I think she had the bonnet head winning, if I remember correctly.
No. Oh no.
Yeah. Tragically sad. But yeah, which is funny because Amani's mom is clearly, we can see here, Team Thresher.
Ah!
Mama
Yes!
Schultz is Team Thresher. So we'll see. I really don't want to see a repeat. I am always voting for the underdog. I don't want Thresher to win 2 years in a row. I have strong feelings about this. We'll see how it shakes out.
I have the Wabagong going all the way to the end because the amount of complaints that I got last year when I built the bracket because there wasn't a Wabagong on it. I was like, you know what? There's enough support behind the Wabagong that maybe this can work out. And I didn't want to just put the Thresher. I didn't want to put the Thresher winning a second year in a row. Specifically because I thought that people were going to be like, oh, well, the Thresher won last year, so it doesn't need to win again. However, if the Thresher wins, I don't care if my bracket is completely destroyed. I'm here for it. The Thresher will always have my heart. So I'm going for my head bracket is the Wabagong. My heart bracket is the Thresher. So
all right. Well, we'll see how it goes. We are really excited about Shark Madness. It's still going on. We had our first round 2 matchup yesterday. So very, very excited to see how round 2 shapes up. We are really excited about this. We hope that you're having fun. We hope that you're learning. We hope that you're enjoying the videos, especially Jaida speaking at like 50 bazillion miles an hour, getting all the shark facts in there.
all of them.
If you happen to have stumbled upon this video and you're like, what the heck is Shark Madness? This sounds awesome and I want to be involved. Well, have I got news for you? The only thing that you need to do to get involved in Shark Madness is follow us on Twitter or Instagram at Miss_Elasmo, and you can cast your vote. So on Twitter, we every day do a tweet that has an updated bracket, has an educational video about the 2 sharks that are in the matchup, and then a poll. And all you got to do is click who you want to vote for. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. On Instagram, you go to our stories and you watch the story. You'll see the updated bracket. You'll see the educational video, and then you'll have a poll. And all you have to do is click to vote. That's all you got to do to be involved. And if you want to convince your friends to vote, we encourage campaigning. We encourage you to share our tweet, share the story, ask your friends, your neighbors, your worst enemies, your mamas, your papas, everybody to go and vote. And of course, for those of you that don't know, we're Minorities in Shark Sciences. We, in addition to running Shark Madness, which is super cool, we do a lot of other things too to support women and gender minorities of color interested in shark research and conservation. So you can learn more about us at www.misselasmo.org. And we are a nonprofit, a 501c3. So we also accept donations. If you are really jazzed about Miss and want to throw some dollars our way, you can go to www.misselasmo.org/donate. Jaida, you have any final words for the people?
This is Shark Madness and it's very fun and you should participate if you aren't already. If you are, I hope that your bracket is going well. And if it isn't, I hope that you're still having fun with the process. Anyway, we love seeing your votes. We love seeing you guys in the comments on Instagram and Twitter talking about which shark is your favorite and why you want it to win, and campaigning and like playful arguing with each other on which shark needs to win each matchup. So continue on, be merry, have fun, be free, and thank you for participating. We love and appreciate you. And yeah, that's what I got.
Awesome. Well, in closing, just want to say thank you to all of our supporters, especially to AGU, whose Sharing Science grant is funding Shark Madness. So, yay!
Yay.
All right. Well, we will catch you next week where we will be recapping another exciting week of Shark Madness. We're about halfway through now, so let's see how it goes. And keep voting, keep learning, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Peace.